We are about to chat today to Joseph, who is from the band Paper Anthems. Joseph, welcome along to the show.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
Joseph, do you want to tell us, first off, a little bit about the band Paper Anthems, when you all got together, and what decided you on this particular band's name?
Sure. Okay. So this is a project I started in 2014. I just had a bunch of songs, and my family seemed to really like them, so I started getting in the studio and recording it. A lot of these songs I wrote on like a haunted piano, so I called my first album By Ghosts. Then I started putting a band together. After a couple of years, I did another album called To All the Sailors We've Lost, and now I'm doing this third album. This one's called The Year You'll Never Get Back, comes out the 5th of March. And as for the band name, the story's kind of silly, but I used a band name generator on the internet. Some people told me not to tell this story, but I just clicked generate a few times until I actually liked the name. So that's why I picked it, but I just thought the combination was interesting.
Obviously, you've mentioned about the band. How many are now in Paper Anthems?
Well, for now, there's just me in the band. It sounds like a band, but I like the sound. Like I like to have guitar and bass and drums and piano and acoustic guitar, all that stuff. So I want it to sound like a band, but it's sort of a solo project right now.
The forthcoming single that's going to be from the album, and when did you say that's going to be available?
So the first single is called Sign Language, and
Yes.
That'll come out on 29th January.
Joseph, do you want to tell us a bit about this single?
Sure. It's about a relationship I was in. It just wasn't working out at the time because I think put a lot of pressure on each other to like grow through our careers while we were together, but I think we were holding each other back. And it's about like the struggles of trying to guide someone you care about towards like their path or whatever, but ultimately like we're all responsible for ourselves, and it's hard to like, get people to do that kind of work if they're not ready. And I was also fascinated with the way hands are used to communicate with other people, and how you can like feel that something's wrong in someone else's head through their hands. So that's why I called it Sign Language.
Joseph, we are about to play this particular track at the moment. Can I ask you to introduce this for us?
Sure. So this is like indie rock, maybe a little bit of post-rock on the guitars, that kind of track. And I recorded it 2017 in California, and been waiting for quite a while to put it out. And I'm really excited for everyone to hear it.
Your
You just heard Sign Language, which is the forthcoming single from Paper Anthems. Joseph is with us on the show at the moment. Joseph, welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much.
Obviously, you're calling from America. Any other countries that your music has been successful in so far or grabbed people's attention?
Well, actually, Mexico. I've never been there. I would love to. Well, actually, no. I went to Tijuana, but I haven't toured or played any shows there. But it seems to do quite well in Mexico compared to all the other countries. But I think people in England seem to like my music so far, and Bulgaria. But I only really played mostly the shows in America. So I think that.
What are your plans for 2021 apart from releasing the album?
Well, I wish I could play shows, but obviously that's not in the cards probably for everybody. I'm probably going to try to do some online live stream concerts, and even though I don't have a band, I like to play with a band, so I'll probably get some friends to hop on some instruments and help me translate these songs through a big sound as much as possible. So yeah, some live shows, just trying to promote the album as best as I can.
Joseph, is there a website that listeners can go to find out about those online concerts?
Sure, yeah, and thanks for asking. I'm really bad at plugging, so I was going to forget. So paperanthem.com would be a great way. I have links to all the socials on there, so I'm also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just search for Paper Anthem, and I try to post all that stuff on there, so should be up to date.